What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Tia, and I am back with another video. I'm sorry if the lighting is off. It's dark out here, and I'm trying to be as discreet as I can because I don't want people to think I'm talking to myself. So, this video is going to be a special video, and it's a story time. And this is about when I was involved with a coworker. And this was like back in 2004, 2005. I worked at a grocery store called Safeway, and I was a cashier, and so was my coworker at the time. And back then I was in a relationship with my high school sweetheart, but we was going through some issues because I found out that he got another girl pregnant, and so we were on the verge of breaking up. We were basically broken up. We were separated. So I was at work, and my coworker, I had a phone, and back then I had like a prepaid phone. It was like track phone, but it was T-Mobile to go, and it was a flip phone, and so I didn't have any more minutes on my phone, so I needed to talk to my boyfriend at the time because something went down, and I needed to set something straight with him, and I needed to call him. So I asked my coworker, "Can I use your phone?" Mind you, I was that upset to the point where, because I usually don't just randomly ask, people, "Can I use your phone?" But I was that upset because I needed to address something with the ex at the time. Well, my ex, and I needed a phone. So I asked him, could I use his phone? And he said, if I can have your number, then yeah, you can use my phone. Well, no. And sorry about that. The video just cut off. So I was using it, and I was going off on my ex now, my boyfriend at the time, or whatever he was to me. And I didn't even know how long I was on the phone, but obviously I was on the phone for a minute because my coworker had got my attention. I eventually got off the phone. He got my attention, and he was like, well, since you was on my phone that long, you might as well put your number in it. And so I didn't even hesitate because I kind of was a little attracted to him. So I did. I gave him my number, and he told me he was playing at first, but then he told me later, like down the line, that he didn't really think I was going to actually give him my number, but I did. So we went back to work or whatever, and he called me later that night, the coworker. And we talked on the phone for like until the sun came up. Okay, so I'm gonna fast forward maybe like a couple of months. We started talking more. By then we started talking more, and we started, really feeling each other. And so I wasn't driving at the time. I would usually either catch the train home or my mother would pick me up. But at this particular time, my coworker, dropped me off. And we were like 18. Now, I was 18 at the time. He was 19. So he had his grandfather's van, and this is before he had a car. And he was already driving. He'd been driving since he was 16. So he dropped me off at home. But I didn't get out the car just yet when we arrived to my house. So we were just talking in the van. We were just talking and talking and talking. And then we started kissing, and then we just, hormones started raging, and so we end up having intercourse in the van. And he had a girlfriend at the time. Well, his situation was just like my situation. He just broken up with his girlfriend because he was going off to college. So he went to college in North Carolina, but he was back home because this was during winter break. So he worked at Safeway when he was on break. So it was like in December or something when this all happened. So actually, yeah. So then we well, I wouldn't say fast forward. Well, I think when I talked to my ex-boyfriend at the time, he was my boyfriend or whatever he was. That was back in like November or something. So I guess a month for fast forward, we were in the car. He dropped me off in the home. He dropped me off at home. We were talking in the van, and we kissed, and then we, had intercourse. And his girlfriend, or ex-girlfriend, called him and was like, she called him, but he didn't answer the phone. He told me afterwards he was like, that is so ironic that she calls me, when we are together, because he said that he ain't heard from her since they broken up. And that was like, I think they broke up like maybe a year ago or so. I don't know. Before, a year ago, before that happened. So whatever. And then I felt a little bad after we finished, because I was still kind of talking to the boyfriend at the time, or ex at the time. And I felt a little bad, but then we were talking. He was like, why you feel bad? He cheated on you. He having a baby on the way with somebody else. And, he's been doing all this dirt to you and all this, and which was right. And I was like, you know what? Why? Why am I upset? So then we did it again. And it just felt right. It felt right. And, I want to say after that, we just been talking and hitting it off. I eventually broke up with the boyfriend at the time, because I couldn't do it, and I couldn't be in a relationship with somebody that cheated on me and had a baby with that person. So I broke it off. But even after I broke it off with him, he still was trying to get with me to this day. Not to this actual day, but till recent times, he has still tried to get back with me or whatever, regardless of who he with or whatever. But I wasn't doing that. I'm like, yeah, you're lost. But anyway, me and the coworker, we just kept talking, and we hit it off, and we actually made it official once, me and the ex officially broken up. He wanted to wait a while, because he probably felt like I was vulnerable for being with him while I, was just broken up with the ex. But I made up my mind. I was like, I'm really feeling you. You're really feeling me. I want to be with you. You want to be with me, obviously. I'm done with him. Now looking back on it, I should have waited a little while, just to, make sure. But I mean, I don't regret it. Like, we're still together to this day. It's been 15, almost 14 years, and we still together. We don't work together anymore. I mean, that was when we were in college, where we worked at the grocery store. And, now he's, doing bigger and better things with his career and his life, and so am I. But we're still together, and God's willing, we'll continue to be together and continue to be, in a strong relationship, and, progress and all of that. But yeah, that was my little story that, I slept with my co-worker. People found out about us eventually when we could not hide our feelings anymore. People started, at work, people started noticing that we were together. I mean, some people were cool with it. Some people were like, how's it, some people were a little jealous because they wanted to be with him or whatever. But it is what it is. But we don't no longer work together anymore. But yeah, that was my little story. It ain't overly exciting. It's just something that I experienced and I wanted to share with you all. So if you want more story time, please let me know in the comment section. Like, subscribe, share, favorite, whatever. And let me know what other videos you want me to talk about. And yeah, I will be back. Peace.